If you're a real estate agent and you got fired from your listing, then it's your fault. Some of you haven't noticed the massive amount of withdrawals and expired listings that just happened the last month or so. And this is like a candy frenzy for those agents that call expired listings and withdrawn listings. And I get it. Like, a lot of you that got fired from your client, it's because you didn't get the job done and they were tired of waiting, and their home was sitting on the market probably overpriced for what it was, with no showings, and they either gave up or they decided that you were the problem. See, I've been around for like 26 years and I've been a broker for 20, and I have been fired before. It's not new. Not very many times in my career, but I understand when a client gets super frustrated, they want to take it out on you and they want to blame you for the lack of results that happened. So I'm going to tell you what you might have done wrong if you got fired. You probably didn't reach out every single Tuesday to the client to let them know what was going on with the listing. You probably didn't show the client your ads and things that you were doing to try to get the home sold. You probably didn't do open houses. You probably didn't keep the books updated in the house, and you probably didn't show them a new CMA every other week or so to show them what was selling in the same price point, and also what was happening with the prices of the homes at the time. So this is like a huge key thing here. When you have a listing, you have to keep the seller updated on what's going on with the market and what is selling, what is closing. And you need to keep asking, like, hey, if there's no showings, we need to get a price reduction, and you need to show them why. Like, not just say it or ask for it, but if they're overpriced and they're not getting any showings, it's literally the price. Or if they're not getting any showings, then it may be the presentation. You got to change up the photos, you got to change up the text, the copyright of the listing. Something needs to change. But if you just sit there and let it sit there and let it get stale, then the whole time the seller is going to be blaming you, and they're going to wonder what's going on. And if there's no communication like every single week with your clients, then you're probably going to get fired. Either that, or they're just going to wait for the listing to expire and they're just going to go pick someone else to list the home. And they might even listen to the next agent. It's always good to be like the second or third agent on a listing, because by that point, the sellers usually listen to the advice of the real estate agent, because they're so annoyed that their home hasn't sold, and they know that it's probably not the agent after like one or two agents. So, I mean, sometimes you have to have a strong personality, but honestly, data doesn't lie. So if you just keep showing them the data and where they fall in line with the other competition that's out there for sale and what's closing and why they're not closing, if you keep showing them, eventually they're going to understand that, they're in control of their own home and they need to do what's necessary if they want to sell. On the other side of this, there are so many homes falling out and falling off online that there's these tons of these agents that get the data of homes that withdrawn or expired, and they're just having a free-for-all. They're just calling all of these people and asking, so hey, I noticed your home went off the market, so what happened with your listing? And the person's like, blah blah blah, my agent sucks, blah blah blah. And then that agent says, well, you know what, if I could get you X amount of dollars, or if I could explain to you that I do something differently, would you meet with me? Would you talk to me? And then the person's like, sure, yeah. So that gets their foot in the door. And then next thing you know, this agent that made the phone calls got the listing. And it's a high intent seller. I mean, they want to do something. They wanted to sell. I mean, they went through however many weeks or months online. And so, I mean, think about it. You could be trying to sell your listing actively, or you can lose to the next guy. A lot of newer agents that got hired during COVID don't even know how to do a CMA, or how to update like a seller, or even how to show them what kind of marketing is involved, because they never had to do any marketing before, because things sold within the first week, within hours. And now that's not the case. Things are sitting on the market for 4 or 5, 6 months, which is actually a normal balanced market. And they just don't know to tell their clients that, to set the expectation up front. Anyway, I have a bunch of resources in the link in my bio if you need help.